Welcome to the International Dark Sky Week in virtual reality. This program is brought to you from Mayo Dark Skies, where the darkest skies reveal the brightest stars. Firstly, we'd like to wish you a happy Earth Day. The 22nd of April is a chance every year to give this little planet recognition for all it does to support us. Through making small changes, we can make a difference. And today we've an activity to present to you that will help make a small contribution. But before we talk about that, I'd like to show you a photo. I'm sure many of you already recognize it, but today, being Earth Day, it's especially relevant. This is called the pale blue dot, and I'd like to read an extract from Carl Sagan's famous quote about it. Look again at that dot. That's here, that's home, that's us. On it, everyone you love, everyone you know, everyone you ever heard of, every human being who ever was, lived out their lives. This photo of planet Earth was taken on the 14th of February 1990 by the Voyager 1 space probe from a distance of about 6 billion kilometers. It was part of a solar system image series known as the Family Portrait, and the photo was taken at the request of Carl Sagan, who coined the phrase the blue dot and provided that wonderful quote. I believe it shows the fragility of this little planet and why we should take steps to look after it. So this evening, to celebrate Earth Day, we're asking you to join an international project of citizen science research called The Globe at Night. The Globe at Night is an international campaign to raise public awareness of the impact of light pollution by inviting you to measure and submit night sky brightness observations. Participating in the Globe at Night is a great way to help our understanding of light pollution and its impact. No special tools are required, and observations can easily be reported by smartphone, tablet, or computer. It can be done at any time of year, and each month's observations focus on a selected constellation in the night sky. Due to light pollution, the night sky over many of our towns and cities is hundreds of times brighter than a natural starlit sky. This sky glow hides the stars from our sight and prevents us and all life on Earth from experiencing a natural night, even in areas hundreds of miles away from urban development. Excess artificial light, known as light pollution, not only wastes energy but has a huge impact on our nocturnal world as a natural habitat. Did you know over 2/3 of our mammals are nocturnal? Many insects and creatures need the night for feeding and breeding, and natural light such as moonlight is also used by some migratory birds who are often disorientated by artificial light. We too need darkness to reset our natural biological rhythms, for healthy sleeping patterns and many physiological needs. If you have been enjoying the starry nights recently, then you'll already have an appreciation for the benefits a dark sky can bring, and you can help protect it by taking part in this project. So what do you need to do to take part? We have 5 easy steps to follow. First, we'll check out the Globe at Night website to help find the constellation in the night sky. This month, the constellation we'll be looking at is Leo. We'll ask you to go outside after sunset on a moonless night. You'll need to let your eyes become adjusted to the dark at least 10 minutes before you take your first observation. Then you'll need to match your observation of the night sky to one of 7 magnitude charts on the Globe at Night website. And note the amount of cloud cover. These charts are examples of sky conditions under different levels of light pollution. Then you'll report your findings and submit it to the Globe at Night database. Simples. So the constellation for April and May is Leo. In mythology, Leo is known as a lion across many cultures. The Greeks believed that Leo represented the lion that stalked and devoured the people of Nemea. Its skin was said to be impervious to all weapons, and no ordinary man could kill it. Hercules took on the task and was unable to pierce the skin of Leo, but eventually used his great strength to choke the beast to death. He then skinned it with the lion's own claws and wore the pelt as a cloak. In spring skies, this is a familiar constellation. We look out for the backwards question mark to help us identify the head of Leo the lion. The brightest star in the constellation is known as Regulus, and this means little king or prince. Remember, the lion is the king of the jungle. So here's a reminder of how to find Leo in current night skies. You already know how to find the plough, or the Big Dipper, as it's known. Its shape is also like a saucepan, and that's what we'll imagine it is for this exercise. Let's also imagine that the saucepan is full of water, and then that we pierce a hole in the bottom of the saucepan. Where does the water fall? Onto the back of the lion's mane. So there's an easy way to remember how to find Leo. For help on finding the plough or other constellations, you can check out stargazing guides on mayo.skypark.ie. So in order to take your observations, you'll be comparing your view of Leo against the magnitude charts provided here. Firstly, you'll need to select your nearest latitude. For Ireland, the nearest for us will be 50 degrees north. The Globe at Night website provides several magnitude charts, and these show visible stars in the constellation of Leo under different levels of light pollution. You decide which most closely represents the sky you are viewing. Here's a closer example of a dark sky. In very dark skies, sometimes constellations are harder to identify due to the sheer number of visible stars. But if you look closely, you can see the backward question mark or sickle, that is the constellation, to identify Leo. To report your findings, here's the Globe at Night web form. You'll need to input the date, your location, the most appropriate chart for your sky from the selection here, and then take a note of your cloud and weather conditions or any other comments you may have and put them in here. Unless you have a sky meter and we can lend you one, you can skip this field. When you're ready, press submit to enter your data. So congratulations, you are now a citizen scientist. There are other ways to submit the data, and if you prefer a smartphone, here's a free app that is related to the Globe at Night program. It'll guide you around to several stars in the sky, rather than focusing on one constellation. This is part of the Loss of the Night project. Also, this week sees the launch of a new experiment. It's called the Toilet Roll Challenge, and asks for input on stars counted within a restricted viewfinder across several compass points. The viewfinder, of course, being the toilet roll tube. You'll find more details on darkskyireland.ie. So what does your data actually do? It helps provide information on areas that are still naturally dark, and also to build tools to help to identify areas of light pollution. Here's a map of Mayo's light pollution, so you can clearly see the difference between urban areas and rural areas. And of course, Mayo Dark Sky Park here in the middle. By building knowledge, we can make several changes, and by making changes, we can ensure that starry skies like these will be visible for future generations to enjoy. And finally, one of the challenges from this project for Earth Day is to see if we can create a constellation for Ireland, with readings taken all over the country. Who knows what shape we could create? Thank you for taking part. Take care, wishing you clear and naturally dark skies.